Hello, and thank you for watching my video for AP Calc AB. My name is Jared Martin, and I am your student's teacher this year. If you'd like to reach me, my extension is 2227, but best way to reach me is jmartin5@sandy.net. I do respond to ASAP. You can find the syllabus on our Canyon Hills directory on our workfolio. Just go to our website, look up the staff directory, do a search for J Martin, and you will find me there. Or just send me an email and I can send you a copy of it anytime. I have AP Calc period 1 and 2 and really enjoying it. Great group of students. So sad that you couldn't come and meet us at open house, but I'm glad that you are watching the video. So a little bit about me. I do have a couple kids. I have a 20-year-old and an 18-year-old. My son is in college in the Netherlands. He's studying mechanical engineering. And my daughter is going to school at USD. I have a wife who is working at the San Diego Food Bank. And we have been living internationally for the past 7 years. And you can see our little travels right here. We lived in Bulgaria for 3 years. I worked at a school called the Anglo-American School of Sofia. We then moved to Bangkok, where I worked at a school called KIS. And then we moved to Korea and we worked for 2 years there. My son graduated from Bangkok and my daughter graduated from Korea. And then we realized, it's time to come home and work with our family or live with our family back here in San Diego. One good thing is I did work here for 18 years under the Conquistador name. And so I came back and I am now working under the Rattlers name. So I have a long relationship here at Canyon Hills. I'm very happy to be back. Before I left, I did teach 6 years of Calc AB and Calc BC. And going through it, the curriculum hasn't changed much. There is a lot more examples, so I'm excited to do all those examples. And of course, the kids have changed. It's been 7 years since I've been here, so I'm excited to meet all your kids. Here's our textbooks and our calculators. The students all have this textbook already. They have a PDF of it. And if they don't have it, it is on our Canvas. They can get it anytime they want. The TI-84 calculator, there is a bunch of different ones. There's the old one there on the left, and then the new one there on the right, the TI-84 plus CE. I do all the examples on the TI-84. I have an app right here that models the TI-84. So I do all the examples. Half the test is basically on the calculator, so I want to make sure they are familiar with the calculator. They can check one out from the library, and I do suggest that they do that. We do have a classroom set, so when they forget it, they can use that. I do suggest that they use their Canvas. Everything is posted in Canvas. I've had to relearn everything. I used to use Google Classroom. I love Google Classroom. It's so simple and basic, and Canvas has so much stuff going on that it's been really hard, but I am posting everything on there. So if your student says they have no idea what's going on in class, have them look at their Canvas. So I am going to show you the Canvas. If you look here, we've got our textbook up at the top. We've got our syllabus. We've got all the homework, everything going on. It also tells if we look at the calendar, and we click on calendar. We click on, I have also a lot of classes, but if we click on Calc ABC, it'll tell us when everything's due. We do have a test this Friday, our first test, and we'll go from there. So they do know everything that's coming up. I'm very clear of what everything's going on. If when they go into Canvas 2, not only do I post everything that is coming up, but if they go into Canvas and they go into assignments, the very first thing that they can see in assignments, not assignments. If they go, see, I'm still learning everything here. If they go into modules, the very first thing that they can see, they can click on Chapter 1 homework. It lists every single homework for that whole year. So they can go through and they can look at every single thing for the whole chapter. And so I'll do that for every single chapter. Homework is 25%. Ideally, I would love to not have to assign homework or not have to grade homework, but it is important for practice. And if I don't grade it, they don't do it. So all homework is posted at the beginning of the chapter. They can work ahead. Of course, if they don't know what's going on, that's not always the easiest. We do put due dates on there, but it can be turned in late up to 2 weeks after the test with no penalty. So they can fix their grade at any time. I would encourage them to work on it as it is assigned, because each chapter or each section works on knowledge from the last section. I give assignments. I try to keep it as close to 20 problems as I can, but sometimes I like to get a little bit more practice in there with 40 problems. But I always try to plan at least a work day with each lesson. If not one work day per lesson, I try to maybe make it two lessons and then a work day. Quizzes, tests are going to be 75% of it. I don't care what we call it. Like my last 3 schools, we call them assessments to try and tone it down. And I always thought that was funny to try and figure out what people wanted to call it. We can call it anything. So I'm calling it quizzes right now. They're going to be weekly or bi-weekly whenever I can squeeze one in. Really small, 1 page, maybe one side only, or front and back. Just to ease stress, just to put out questions. I'm going to grade it. We have 48 standards that we have to go through. I'm going to grade all of those 48 standards throughout the year. We're going to have at least 2 of those standards throughout the year graded. I'm going to average those together and then give them a grade for each one of those standards. Then average all 48 of those together to give them a final grade. Students can retake each standard one time after the second time is tested, and we'll go from there. Super easy. I want them to just learn the math. I don't want people begging for higher grades, but I don't want people to be stressed out about, I need to get this grade, get this grade. Absences, all their homeworks and notes are posted on Canvas daily. I will also give them, because I do all my notes on this app called Good Notes. They all have these notes. If I clear all this out, they have all this printed out for them already, and then I write the notes on top of it like that. So I can send these notes to them in a PDF. And so if they're absent, if they send me an email, I will send it to them at the end of the day after I'm done with the notes. And they can copy it into their own notes. We use a 4-point grading scale, and it really does just follow along with the A, B, C, D, and F, and goes along with that. So A's are just exceeding the content area standards. AP CALC is a college level course, so we are going to have an AP exam. I would suggest everybody to take it. I'm very confident that I will have you prepared for this test. I would not be surprised if everybody gets a 5. That's what I aim for. It is May 11th, 8 a.m. I will do cram sessions. I will do everything I can to try and get these students prepared for this test. There is a multiple choice section and there's a free response section. I always am in my room before school. I try to get here by 8. Usually I'm here in between 7:30 and 7:45, or at lunch. I just sit in my classroom. All test retakes and turning in late work is turned in during office hours, not during class time, just because it would just be too busy during class time when they're trying to do their work. And I'd rather have them working on the current stuff than trying to make up late work during class time. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me at any time, and I would answer them as soon as possible. Once again, my email is jmartin5@sandy.net, and I look forward to meeting you all. All right, thank you.